everybody. Hello and welcome to our live fundraiser today for the Loveland Foundation's Therapy Fund for Black Women and Girls. I'm so excited to be raising money for this organization, and I'm so excited that so many of you have donated and that you're here to join me today. So I've got a little bit of music playing. I'm listening to the Spotify playlist called Women of Motown. Big Motown fan, and to have an entire playlist of just women singers is really amazing. So I do have a few things in front of me. If you guys see me looking down, I'm looking at my computer where I have notes and where I'm monitoring the fundraiser. So a little bit about how today is going to work. I'm here just, doing my little show. I have a few fun things planned, including some stories of an orisha, Oshun. So we're going to talk a little bit about Oshun, and I'm going to share a couple of stories that really highlight the power of women in the Yoruban pantheon and faith. I am also going to lead a guided grounding meditation, which is really great both for mental health and for magic. And then I will be doing some one-card tarot readings for anyone who donates during the fundraiser. Like I said, I've got the fundraiser open on my computer here, and if you donate any amount during the fundraiser, you have the chance to get a one-card reading. So I will be monitoring that. We'll see how that goes. I obviously will not be able to get to everyone, unfortunately, but I also do have some fun prizes to announce. So I will also be announcing a winner of a full tarot reading from me. A few people will be getting a copy of my book, Green Witchcraft, and a few people will be getting, where are we here? Let's actually bring up the event so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, fundraiser, here we go. Okay, so for anyone who donated $10 or more before this event started, I have three card tarot readings to give away to you guys. To anyone who donated $25 or more before this event started, I have 3 copies of Green Witchcraft, and that will all just be randomly decided. And for anyone who donated $50 or more before this event started, they are entered to win one full tarot reading, and I only have one of those. So thank you to everyone who's donated so far. I'm not sure if you guys can see it on your screen, but I did put it there. We have so far raised over $1,200 Canadian for this fundraiser. If you're not comfortable with sending money through Facebook, I also have a page on Flipcause that you can donate through there, but you have to use a credit card. Facebook allows multiple payment options, which is why I chose it as the main avenue for this. So, hello everyone, I'm very excited. Just making sure I have everything set up here. Oh, wonderful. So I will be able to see your comments in just a minute as I get the live page coming up on my laptop as well. Hi guys. So it is a Thursday. Thursday, for those who don't know, is associated with the earth element. Therefore, it's really, really good for money and financial work, which is why I chose today to do this fundraiser. I really want to contribute to this fund as much as humanly possible. So my goal is to raise $5,000, and I would love to reach that by the end of this month, but even if I don't, I am going to keep fundraising until I hit that $5,000 mark. So the Loveland Foundation was started by Rachel Cargill, and what they do is provide free therapy to Black women and girls all throughout America. The goal that they are working towards right now is to provide 5,000 hours of free therapy to Black women and girls all over the U.S., and that's what we're raising funds for today. Therapy is pretty vital to anyone who is living with any sort of trauma, and all Black people within North America especially, but probably Black people everywhere, are living with the everyday systemic racism that basically built our society. not just here in America, where the country's profited off the transatlantic slave trade, but all over. We live in an overall global society that judges people based on the color of their skin and denies them opportunities, denies them all sorts of things like healthy food, proper schooling and education, a safe place to live, communities with fresh water. You know, Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water going into everybody's homes. This is a problem. And living with that sort of everyday systemic racism, it creates trauma. Not just trauma in those who are living now, but intergenerational trauma. Trauma that has been passed down through people who have been surviving this for generations. So what the Therapy Fund hopes to do is to help Black women and girls heal from that trauma so that they can live their dreams, so that they can become the person that they want to be, so that they can be whoever it is that they want, to provide them with the opportunity to find their own power and to exert that power and to be their most perfect selves. Now, I'm going to use the words women and girls a lot throughout this broadcast because, you know, that's the name of the fund. But to clarify, the Loveland Foundation does work with both cisgender and transgender women and girls. They work with trans organizations to help provide therapy for those individuals who maybe don't fit into the most stereotypical vision of what a woman or a girl is, so that they can also heal in a way that is made exactly for them. And that, again, is very, very important. So I'm so happy to have you all here. We already got a few more donations. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I am so, so excited. Here we go. Wonderful. So let's begin with a story. Now, on my website later, The Fat Feminist Witch, I will be posting links to sources so that you can find more information about the story I'm about to share and the sources that I used to do the research. I did not make up this story. This is one or two stories of Oshun, the orisha. She is the Yoruban orisha of the river, but also of sensuality, of pleasure, of love, of abundance. She is attraction. She is pleasure. She is really a force to be reckoned with. And like many of the other orisha within the Yoruban pantheon, I'm sorry, my pronunciation might be very off, and I'm so sorry for it. I'm just so bad at that. It's really just a me problem. I'm very bad at it. But within that pantheon, all of those orisha have not just these beautiful, super positive traits, but they also have the traits of vanity. In Oshun's case, there is issues of vanity, of jealousy, of revenge. You know, she experiences heartbreak, she experiences poverty, and that's something that really humanizes the orisha to a level that I think a lot of other deities just don't reach. They really live a very human life. Oshun has become incredibly popular. For a lot of people, especially people who are not involved in any African religious traditions, the first time they became aware of Oshun was through Beyonce. Especially in her visual album, Lemonade, she dressed in all gold and yellow, which are the colors of Oshun. She dressed in all gold and yellow, and she basically channeled the overall energy of Oshun, this very flirty and fun and attractive vibe, but with these very human elements of vanity and jealousy and seeking revenge. So that was the first time a lot of people kind of became aware of Oshun. Beyonce's also mentioned her in a few of her songs, and she has been inspired by Oshun in some of her live performances, other videos. She really has brought her into the spotlight for people outside of her religion. So that's very exciting. It's very exciting. Of course, she's the orisha of attraction and of beauty, and she's the one everyone's finding. So I think that's funny. But Oshun is also just a very strong and powerful orisha. A lot of times, feminine traits or traits associated with women are not seen as strong, not seen as powerful. They're not necessarily seen as warriors unless they are literally pulling up a sword and riding off into battle. Oshun's stories really show us that there is nothing weak about being a woman. That a lot of the traits that are classically associated with women, a lot of the traits that a lot of women relate to can be strong, can be powerful, and can be sources of strength and power. And Oshun's stories really show us that. So the first story I'm going to share with you really is the story of the creation of human beings. In the beginning, we're going to go all the way to the beginning, right? I want to make sure I have my notes here so that I don't mess up people's names. I just want to make sure. Okay. Okay, so in the Yoruban stories, the beginning of human beings begins with the one supreme god, Olodumare, who sends 17 orishas to the earth to populate the earth, to make things grow, and to create human beings. Oshun was the only woman of the 17. Unfortunately, the other deities, who were all men, discounted Oshun. You know, she handles the rivers. Do we really need her? She's not really anybody. And this was very offensive to Oshun. And so she left. You know, she went someplace else. And some stories, she went up onto the moon to hang out there, to kind of watch the tragedy unfold. But in any case, she left the earth and left the creation or the regeneration of the earth to these other 16 deities who were all men. And they just could not get anything to work. They couldn't get anything to work. Nothing would grow. They couldn't create human beings. They couldn't do anything. Nothing would work. So the orishas, they go to Olodumare and they say, what is going on? We can't get anything to work. And Olodumare says, well, where is Oshun? There were 17 of you. Where is she? And they're like, oh, you know, Oshun, we didn't really think we needed her. And Olodumare he tells them that they don't understand. Without Oshun, there is nothing. Oshun's dominion is not just the rivers, not just an individual river, but it is all of the sweet waters of the earth, all of the fresh waters of the earth. The earth cannot exist without fresh water. And that water exists in everything. It is in the soil. It's in our bodies. You know, that is the 75% of us that is made of water, are the waters of Oshun. And without Oshun, nothing can grow. Without her dominion over waters, over the energy of passion and of creation, nothing on earth could grow. And so their task now was to find Oshun and to convince her to help them complete their task. Olodumare calls Oshun and, you know, calls her to join the meeting. And what these male orisha have to do to get Oshun to help them create the world is to apologize, to be respectful, to apologize, and to promise not to discount her power again. And when they agree to do this, everything flourishes. We have human beings. We have growing plants and animals. The earth comes to life. Without Oshun, nothing can grow. Without those sweet waters of the earth, nothing can grow, nothing can work, nothing can function at all. Without Oshun, us human beings would not be here at all. When it comes to the power of women, and girls especially, women, girls, and those who are feminine presenting, often it is discounted as not important. It is, just a little cog in the machine and not the battery that powers the machine itself. This is a mistake. It's really a mistake to discount the power of women, because we are filled with it. And without the powers of passion and creation and love and sensuality and pleasure and joy, the world would just not be what it is. And human life would not be as worth living without all of those things. So in my research, looking for stories about Oshun, I came across a video. Oh my goodness, I cannot remember her name. Oh, I got it. Okay, sorry. I came across a video featuring Louisa Tish, and I'm sorry if her name is pronounced wrong, who is a priestess of Oshun. And she said something really, really beautiful about Oshun's power, her entire personality, that I really, really wanted to share with you. She says, Oshun is the unbridled eroticism of nature. She is the power of attraction that causes a particle and a wave to interact with each other. She is why atoms and molecules hold together. She is why plants entwine their roots and animals make mating calls to each other. The moisture, the sweet moisture of the earth, is the essence of Oshun, and nothing can be done on this planet without her. But she requires that we apologize for wrong behavior, clean ourselves up, change the habits, and do the work of repair. And on that, she is relentless. And not only is that's just beautiful and poetic, but it really talks about what we're trying to do here. We are trying to apologize for this wrong behavior. We are trying to clean up the systemic racism that is plaguing our society. And we are trying to change these habits. We are doing the work of repair right now. Many people are doing that through protests. Many people are doing that through their writing, through their art. Some are doing that through fundraising, and that's what we're trying to do here today. So through the Loveland Foundation's Therapy Fund for Black Women and Girls, I am hoping that this will begin the work of repairing the damage that white people and everyone has done to Black people and Black women and girls especially. It's beautiful, right? Oshun is a very, very interesting orisha, and I highly recommend learning more about her. As I said, if you look on my website later today, thefatfeministwitch.com, I will have a link to the priestess's video where you can see an entire video talking about water and about Oshun and about her importance to the world and to humanity, as well as some other videos and links to stories of Oshun. Another story of Oshun that kind of continues this idea, and that I also found incredibly empowering, actually begins with another orisha named Ogun. So there's Oshun and Ogun, they're different. Ogun was the orisha of society, of civilization. He's the one that advances civilization. And he got sick of everything, and he left. He wandered off into the forest, and he just decided he was not going to do this anymore. And so progress stopped. All progress halted when Ogun ran to the forest. All of the other orisha tried to get him to come out. They tried to convince him. They tried to grab him. They tried to fight him. They tried to do everything that they could with their powers to convince him to come back, and to begin the progress of civilization again. But nothing worked. Finally, they went to Oshun. And Oshun tried an entirely different approach. She did not interact with Ogun at all. What she did was walk into the forest in her beautiful gold and yellow dress, with her characteristic honey pot attached to her waist, which of course is a beautiful metaphor for for her biological sex, of course, but also as a metaphor for pleasure and of joy and sweetness, these sweet waters that she rules over. So she goes into the forest and she finds her domain, the river there, and she begins to bathe in the river. She begins to bathe in the river. She's touching herself. She's having fun. She is dancing. She's laughing. She's singing. She is enjoying herself. She is taking pleasure and joy in the beauty of the water, of the earth, and of herself. And over time, Ogun noticed her, and he got closer and closer and closer. And when he finally got close, after her ignoring him this entire time and just doing what Oshun does and basically flirting with and loving herself, she turned to find him there behind her, and she took some honey from her honey pot around her waist and put it on his lips, and he followed her out of the forest. Now there is, of course, a very, very kind of unsubtle sexual metaphor there, of course, which is cool. Oshun is the orisha of sensuality. But the real message there is that all Oshun had to do was be Oshun. She just had to be herself. She had to love herself. She had to shower herself. She had to enjoy the pleasure and the joy of being herself in her element and just doing what she does best. And through this enjoyment and this love of herself, she was able to attract Ogun and to accomplish her goal. And the lesson there is really just that you don't have to be exactly like Oshun. You don't have to be, super sensual or overtly sexual. You don't have to have the honey pot at your waist. What you have to do is be yourself, to love yourself, to recognize yourself, and to show love to yourself. And when you do this, your natural powers to attract good things, to attract the things you want, and to accomplish your goals and to live the life that you want will come naturally. Your real power is in yourself and in loving yourself. And that is just a very beautiful lesson from Oshun, especially for women and girls who live in a world that doesn't tell them that live in a world that tells them that they should change, that their natural hair is unprofessional or it's wrong in some way, that their skin color is not beautiful, that their minds are not as sharp as other people's, that they don't feel pain and agony the same way as other people, and that they don't feel pleasure and joy in the same things as other people. Oshun's lessons here are to find your innate power in yourself, to take pride in yourself and in what makes you, you. And I think that is just a very important lesson for all of us, for all people. That's a very important lesson. Let's see what's going on here. Thank you so much to everyone who has shown up today. It's so great to see so many of you. Payday gotta make another donation. Thank you so much. As I said, we've already raised over $1,200 just through Facebook for the therapy fund, and we've also got another $375 through the Flipcods page. So thank you so much. Everybody, thank you so much. Now what we are going to do is a grounding meditation. I wrote a grounding meditation for all of us, and I'm going to lead this But I'm also going to release a recording of this meditation later so that you guys can take it with you, so that you guys can use it whenever you need it. Yay! So a little bit about grounding. A lot of people have heard of grounding, but they don't necessarily know what it is. So what is grounding? Grounding is a meditation technique, to put it very simply. It helps to calm and focus your mind, and it helps to make the one meditating feel stable and strong and secure. It's an important exercise in witchcraft, and many do it before spells or rituals or after spells or rituals. But grounding also has uses in therapy and in mental health care. So when used magically, grounding connects us to the spirit of the earth, as well as all of the people and the animals and the beings that live on this planet with us. Through grounding meditation, we can channel and raise earth energy. We can prepare for ritual or spell work, get us into the right frame of mind. We can connect with the other members of our coven through a group grounding ritual, and we can even expel excess magical energy that may feel overwhelming. Think of it sort of like electricity. We ground our electrical wires. We ground those. We ground that current to prevent an overload of electrical energy so that we don't blow a fuse or, electrocute ourselves. So magically, grounding works much the same way. And then in therapy, grounding also has this effect, but it's with our mental and our emotional energy versus our spiritual energy. So it's a way of stopping, of taking a moment, of calming down. It can help you cope with an acute crisis or acute anxiety in a scary moment. It can be a way to access your feelings without being overwhelmed by them as well. So it can be used either while you are in a place where you need to calm down, or it can also be used after the trigger has passed to get you into safe mental space to confront or analyze your issues. So it can be really helpful to ground your energy before attending a therapy session, before attending a counseling session, before, speaking in a group support group. It can help you ground and center your energy so you can focus on healing. Grounding is a way to both connect to your thoughts and your feelings and your spiritual energy, and a way to distance yourself from them when it becomes too much for you to handle at the time. There are a million methods for grounding. There are so many different grounding techniques and meditations. Some of them use visualizations to help you connect with the earth. Some tell you to just go outside, to sit into nature, to sit quietly. Even sitting next to your open window, with your eyes closed, comfortable with your posture loose, while you listen to the birds and the trees, the breeze whistling through the windows, listening to the sounds of nature can really affect your mental, spiritual, and your emotional energy in really, really positive ways. You can ground while you're sitting, while you're lying down, while you're standing. Any position is comfortable. As long as it's comfortable, really is the point there. You can even ground while you're walking, or you're doing some kind of exercise that kind of gets you out of your head. I am a big walking meditator. I didn't always realize that's what I was doing. And I had a friend once tell me that I think and I feel with my feet. And he wasn't entirely wrong about that. Meditative walking is not like a thing I invented or anything. It's just when I am in a very difficult place or in a place of a lot of anxiety, taking a very kind of hard physical walk and expending that physical energy while having some peace and quiet and alone time to, focus my thoughts and my feelings is incredibly, incredibly helpful. And after the walk, I often feel relieved, but I also feel ready to deal with whatever it was that caused the anxiety in the first place. And that really is the point of grounding. So since we all have different relationships with the earth, with stability, let's be real, I think grounding is best when it's kind of personal. I like to focus on things like my memories of the elements of the earth itself, instead of just random visualizations. You know, I focus on feelings that I've had, I focus on things I've experienced, and that really helps. So if you have a touch of the aphantasia or difficulty visualizing, creating your own grounding technique might be what works best for you. That's what worked best for me, is using a variety of methods, combining visualization with memory, with words, with sounds, and sometimes with movement. That's what worked best. So minus the movement, that is what I'm going to share with all of you today. Oh, and our fundraiser has just surpassed $1,300. Thank you so much, you guys. I am so grateful for everyone who is donating today and before today. As a belly dance performer, I take a moment to ground before every performance. If I'm dancing with the troupe, we do a grounding meditative circle. Mary, that is fantastic. That is beautiful. And it also works out really well with talking about Oshun, who is also she's a very musical orisha. She really rules over dance. She's a sensual dancer. That is beautiful. A grounding meditative circle all together really connects all of you. You know, it gets you all onto that same page. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Mary. I love that. Love it. So, first what I'm going to do, as much as I love Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, I'm going to turn them off for a moment so we can have a little bit of peace and quiet. So, to begin the meditation, get into a comfortable position, whether you're upright or lying down or standing, whatever is most comfortable for you. And try to block out any distracting sounds, so you can close the door of the room that you're in, or put in some headphones even. I like to have my feet flat on the ground beneath me, but if that's not possible for you, that is okay. The goal is to feel solid and supported on whatever surface it is that you are currently using. Close your eyes and turn your attention to your breath. Breathe in and out normally, but take the time to notice how this sounds, how it feels. Hear the air moving in and out of your body. Feel it gliding through your nasal passages, over your tongue, past your lips. Place one or both of your hands on your stomach and take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill your belly with that air that you're breathing in. Feel it rise under your hands. Now push that breath out your mouth slowly. Feel that clean air enter your body as you inhale and nourish your cells. Allow your muscles to relax. Release any tension you may feel in your face, in your neck, your shoulders. Let them be loose and comfortable. Release any tension in your back, your hips, your legs, your knees. Allow any of that stiffness to just go away. Let your feet and your toes just lay simply. Let go of any energy that may be filling up these spaces and let it leave your body with your breath. Though your body is feeling heavier every exhale, remember that you are cradled and supported. The furniture, the floor, the earth beneath you is solid. You are safe. You can let go of any tension or fear or energy or thoughts that tell you otherwise. It is safe to let go and to let the planet hold you for a little while. Return your focus to your breath and continue to breathe in and out deeply. In today's grounding meditation, we'll be connecting to the Western elements of earth, air, fire, and water. These elements are found in the air that we breathe, in the water that sustains our planet, in the fire of the molten core of the earth, and in the solid earth beneath our feet. All of these elements are also found within you, in your body, in your emotions, and in your mind. You need not go far to connect with the elements of our beautiful planet, because you are also made of the same thing. We are all made of star stuff. We're all made of these elements. Focus on your breath and take a deep breath in and exhale. Feel the power of air moving through you and around you. Listen to your breath move in and out of your lungs, and imagine a cool breeze swirling around you, clearing away anything that might be stuck to you or that is crowding you. It's just you in the air. It blows through your hair, it blows across your skin, it blows into your lungs and clears away anything that doesn't belong. Even when the breeze dies down, the element of air is all around you. Turn your attention now to the heat that's coming from your body, the warmth of your skin and of the blood that's pumping through your veins. The element of fire is found in your energy, in our action, and in our drive and our passion to create. We pull this energy down from the sun that shines above us and up through the foods that the earth and this fiery heat of the sun provide for us. Feel the warm glow of the sun on a summer day begin at the crown of your head, and feel that warmth spread all the way down to your toes. Let it blend with your own inner warmth to remind you that the fire element is always there when you need it. When it comes to working with energy, balance is key. The water element is cool and calm and clear and creates balance both on the planet and in your body. Imagine you are walking across the hot sand of your favorite beach. You can feel that fiery heat below you. And then you step into the cool water of the ocean or the lake, or the river. Wade into this beautiful, cool water as far as you feel comfortable. Let it cool your inner fire ever so slightly. It can never extinguish it, but what it can do is create balance. Feel the waves lapping at your legs. Smell the water and the air around you, and listen to the waves roll lazily to the shore. Let the water wash away anything that disrupts the peace you feel right now. Allow the waves to carry any troubles, or pain, or stress out far beyond the shore. Just let it go. Even here in the water, you can feel the earth beneath you, holding you and letting you know that you are safe and solid. Dig your toes in the sand, the clay, or the earth beneath you. Even if the waves knock you down, the element of earth is always there to catch you, to stabilize you. You are safe here. You are home. Take a deep breath in, full of oxygen that's been created for you by the trees and the plants of the earth. Breathe out. And allow your breath to nourish and feed those same trees and plants. You are not just on the earth. You are of the earth. And as you breathe in the air and drink in the water and create with the passion of fire, the earth will continue to support you. Feel all of these elements around you and within you. Feel the connection between yourself and the planet. Even as you start to come back to the present moment, remember that the elements are with you. Wiggle your toes out of the sand of the beach. Walk back towards the shore and allow the warmth of the sun to dry you off. Allow the breeze to blow all around you. Wiggle your fingers, move your arms, and allow it to reach every inch of your skin. Take in a deep breath and feel it caress your sinuses, your airways, your lungs, and your belly. Breathe out and feel it whisper past your tongue, your teeth, and your lips. When you're ready, open your eyes and come back to the present moment. So I hope you guys liked this meditation. I will be putting the entire little script that I wrote on my website so that you guys can download it and you can record it for yourselves. And I'll also be putting out a recording so you guys can listen anytime. I hope this meditation helps you feel calm and centered and connected to the planet and to all of us here that exist on it. Remember, you are not just on the earth, you are of the earth. You are created by the earth, and we're constantly supporting the earth as it supports us. This relationship is what keeps all of us going. Darla, that's funny. So Darla says, I was doing this at my desk when my boss walked in to me, sitting here with my eyes closed and my hands on my belly. Yay! Tell your boss to meditate too. It'll probably help. Oh, thank you, Sarah. That's so lovely. Thank you so much to all of you who joined me. I know that this is in the middle of the workday for a lot of you. So if you are not able to do the meditation now, that's okay, and I understand. That's why I'm going to put it up later for all of you. So our next order of business is to do some tarot readings. So as I said, I have the pages for the fundraisers opened here, and I can see who has made donations during this broadcast here. Let's pull up our list. So, as I said, anyone who has donated during the broadcast here is entered to win a free 1-card tarot reading right here, which I will be doing live. So what I will be doing is going through and randomly choosing names. If you're here, if I call your name, if you have something in particular you'd like to ask me about, feel free to leave it in the comments here on the broadcast. And I will do my best to answer your question with the 1 card. If you don't have a specific question, that's okay. I can still pull a card from you to tell you what kind of energy you should be working with, for the rest of the week or for the month, or how you can contribute to the liberation, the freedom of Black people, especially Black women and girls, wherever it is that you are. My way of saying thank you. Oh no, working at a construction company. You know, it would really be a feat to get all of the people at that construction company to be meditating together. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Okay. So, for our readings today, I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot deck. And I chose this because while it very much is in the style of the original Rider-Waite Tarot, which is the one most people are most familiar with and is my favorite. It has all that same symbolism, but with a more modern look to all of the people and characters on the cards. So we have people of color, we have people of different body types. There are a lot more women and feminine presenting people in this deck than there are in the original Rider-Waite. So that's why I chose it. It's still got that same symbolism. And if you want to learn more about your card, you can go to any tarot card website or pick up any book and find out a little bit more about your card. You know, flesh out your reading a little bit. I don't know if everyone does that. I do. I do. I like to obsessively research things. It just makes me happy. So, let's pick a tarot reading here. My first reading is for Vanessa. Vanessa Dipa? D-I-P-A. Vanessa, are you here? I'm going to like your comment. Maybe you will get a notification. Vanessa Dipa, if you are here and you have a particular question, or you would like to ask me something before I pull a card for you, just put your question in the comments here. I promise I'll see it. I promise. And if you're not here, Vanessa, I will move on to somebody else. Now, you guys can make any size donation, even right now, to get yourself a tarot reading. As long as you donate during this broadcast anytime since noon, I will pull a card for you. And of course, my light just went out. That's fine. It's a tea light lamp that goes in and out as I need it. Okay, so, no Vanessa, that is okay. We are going to move on. And you know what? Sarah Jane Wall, W-A-U-G-H, who just commented here. Sarah Jane, if you would like a reading and you have anything specific that you want to know about, put it in the comments here and I will draw a card for you. Oh, I said it right. Oh, that's exciting, Sarah. I'm so glad. I get genuinely excited when I pronounce people's names properly. I hate mispronouncing people's names. Oh, I feel so awful. Okay, Sarah, do you have anything specific that you would like me to read on? This is my first time reading this way. I'm excited to see how it goes. Ooh, how about my next move in my relationship? Okay, I can definitely do that. You know what? That's wild. So, card that just popped out randomly, of course. And we got the Two of Cups, which is an amazing card as far as relationships go. So sometimes the Two of Cups can indicate starting a new relationship, but what it really is about connection, forming a very deep connection, a deep emotional connection with somebody. What you see here on the cards are two different people from two different worlds. We have the sand and we have the sea. It's about people coming together, and enjoying those differences between each other, honoring those differences between each other, and finding a very deep emotional connection. So if you are in a relationship right now, what this is telling you is not only that it's going very well and that there is a lot of future ahead of you. You're at the beginning of the Suit of Cups here. You're far from the end. You are still at the beginning of this relationship and you have a lot of future ahead of you. And the next step is to just deepen that emotional connection, to share your deep emotions with each other, and to find ways to honor and love and support those emotions in each other. That's not to say that you're not doing that already, but your next step is to form a deeper emotional connection with that person. Now, if you're not in a relationship at all, or you are in an open relationship, this can very much indicate starting a new relationship with someone that you have a deep emotional connection with. So that is a very good sign for your relationship. And the best thing you can do is share yourself. Share who you really are. Those deep emotions, no matter how scary or gross or how much you hate them, share those with the person you love. It's a good sign. Oh, beautiful card. Beautiful card. Oh, thank you, Lacey. That's so nice. You're welcome, Sarah. I hope that helps. I hope it helps. You never know with a tarot reading. Okay. So our next reading will be, who we got here? Darla. Darla, Darla, Darla. There you are. Your name just popped up. Darla Barus. Barus? I guess we'll find out in a minute. So Darla, let's get you a reading. Let me know if you have any specific question or anything that you want me to read about. If not, I can just pull out a card that is a general message from Spirit for you for right now. Or a way that you can support the current, let's say, revolution. Revolution in terms of the liberation of Black people. Barus? I had some fun. Ooh, that's a really good question. And before I pull your card, Darla, but that's a very good question. Hold on. Danny BF. Just got here. What is the dynamic here? So what I am doing right now is I am doing one card tarot readings for anyone who donates to my fundraiser for the therapy fund for Black women and girls through the Loveland Foundation. So if you donate now during this broadcast, I will pull a single card for you and do a reading on any topic that you choose. So right now we are reading for Darla. I'd like to know if I will meet the personal goal I have set for myself for the next year. Great question. This is why cards fly out, is because I'm bad at it. Luckily it works out. So, Darla. What do I have here? Page of Pentacles. Is your goal to do with money or finances or business or material things? The Page of Pentacles here, first of all, is a lovely card. Very, very good sign. Sorry, you guys. It's just, my computer started flashing and banging at me. So this is a very good sign. The Page of Pentacles is one who is very clear on their goals. The Page of Pentacles is someone who is driven and who is willing to put work into what it is that they want. So what I see here is something new for you. It's this goal that you're working towards is something that's kind of new for you. So if you will meet the personal goal you have set for yourself for the next year, I believe that you will, as long as you put in the work. So the Page of Pentacles tells you to be determined, to put in the work, to not be afraid of hard work, to not shy away from, any sort of difficulties with your goal, to really commit to it. And if you do all that, you should be successful. This page is a very, this page is a very successful page. You can see that they are holding on to the pentacle here, which represents success. It often means material gains, money, finances for business, but not necessarily. It really represents success through hard work. So that is a big ol' yes from the universe, as long as you are willing to stay committed and put in the work. So good luck with that, Darla. That's a very good sign. It's a good card for that. Hey, donators. Donators. Let's see who else we have down here. Keeps telling me that I donated, and it's like, yeah, I know. I was there. So, Caitlin, oh gosh, I can just see myself wrecking that your last name, and I'm sorry. But Caitlin Swigart? Caitlin, if you are here, let me know if you have any specific questions and I will get you an answer. If you're not here, that's okay. I'll move on to somebody else. Good luck, Darla. I wish you all of the best in accomplishing your goal, whatever it is. Good luck. That card is a super good sign. So I'm rooting for you. Really rooting for you. Okay, Caitlin might not be here. Caitlin, if you are there, let me know. I'll still pull a card for you. My lights keep going out. Okay, our next one. Emily Young. Emily, are you still here? I saw that you were here at the beginning, but I don't know if you are still hanging around. If so, let me know, and I have a tarot card that I can pull for you. You know, this is my first time reading this way. And it's something that I've wanted to try for a little while. Because something I've learned in working with my group, The Witch and Bitch, is that oftentimes, I mean, you don't always want a whole reading to take place in front of a bunch of people. But with one card, getting perspective from some of the other people around can be so illuminating, can really flesh out that one card. So I'm excited I finally get a chance to try this out. Oh, Danny. So if the Facebook is not working for you, it doesn't always for everybody. They do have another link. And yes, Danny, you can. I trust you. So I will send you the link here, and I will read a card for you. So, Danny BS. I love your name. Oh, Emily, you're here. Okay, so Emily, I will read for you, and then Danny, both of you, let me know if you guys have a question, and I will pull a card for both of you. Again, if you guys don't have a specific question, that is totally okay. I can pull a card that just sends you a message that you need to hear, or that tells you a way that you can contribute to the current revolution to liberate Black people from systemic racism, how you can contribute, how you can make a big change. Here we go. I'm not sure what to ask. Just curious. Okay, Emily, that is perfectly cool. Honestly, that a lot of the readings I do, somewhat, even like big ones, people are like, oh, I don't know what to ask at all. I just know I want some direction. And that is perfectly cool. Okay. So, Emily, let's see what we've got here for you. It's a very thick deck. Ooh, 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is not always seen as a super positive card. What it can show is that you are taking on a lot. You've got a lot of work going on. Now you are handling it, of course. You can see that she is holding up all of the wands there. But what this card tells you is that if you have a lot going on, if you are trying to get a lot done, that's fantastic. But don't be afraid to ask for help from other people. Don't be afraid to delegate some tasks to others. Don't be afraid to work with a group or a collective. You can do more with others all together than you can easily accomplish by yourself. Now, the 10 of Wands tells me that you are very capable, that you can handle this big workload or this big load of emotions, this big load of progress or projects. You can handle it. But it also, as being at the end of the suit, you know, the 10, even though you can handle it, you don't need to handle it all by yourself. Hello. I apologize for that, everybody. Fun fact about Facebook Live, if you go for more than an hour, it will just boot you off if you are using your mobile phone. So I am going to finish up these last two readings for Emily and for Danny BF, and then I'm going to get going. And I will be updating my website so that you guys can find links to the stories of Oshun that I shared earlier. You can download the guided grounding meditation, and I will probably take pictures of the cards that I've drawn today, just for those of you who want your card. So Emily, as I was saying, the 10 of Wands. What this tells me is that you are learned and strong enough, thanks to your past experiences, to handle a heavy workload, to handle a lot, but that you don't need to. That there are people around you who can help you, who can lend a hand, and who can help you get a lot more done. So don't be afraid to share your burdens or your projects with others. Don't be afraid to work with the collective, with a group. Seek out ways that other people can support you as you support others. That's a nice card. I hope Danny found her way to it. Danny, I hope you found your way to the new feed. I do very much apologize for that. Facebook. Always trying to cut me off. Okay. Sorry, I need to get this back up. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Okay, cool. Okay, we've got quite a few of you watching. So, Danny, if you are here, let me know if you have any questions, any specific questions that you would like me to answer as I pull your card. Likewise, Emily, if you need any clarification, please go ahead and let me know. Everything fell apart, like my dress came undone and the feed stopped. It's just one of those days, right? So I'm gonna wait for Danny here to find us. And what I'm going to do is just pull a card for all of us here to let us know what it is that we can do right now, today, as soon as we have the time, to ease the burden of systemic racism on our Black friends and family and brothers and sisters, our Black fellow human beings, what we can do to make things easier, make things better, make things more equal, like just less wrong for them. Racism is wrong. It's just wrong. It's hard for me to see so many people fighting for their right to be racist. Gosh, it's just hard. It's just hard to see. It's not surprising, but it's hard to see always. I definitely do too much. You're a very busy person, Emily. You really are. It's great to see you too, Emily. It's great to talk to you. Emily's my friend that I met when I was in Salem. Super fun. Super fun. So let's pull a card for all of us so that we can see what we can do for this. Let's try. Ooh, the Tower. This is amazing. So the Tower is a scary card. It's one of the scarier cards in the deck, but it's also great. It's great, especially here, because what the Tower is tearing down these old structures that we have built and that we have relied on all this time, and using the rubble from that to make something new. Completely tear down what it is that has been. You can see it's a lone tower. These jagged rocks. In some of the cards, you can see that the sea is below. You know, it's isolated. It keeps us from connecting with each other. It keeps the world stagnant. It's a trap. And what we need to do is demolish that, bring that down, and create space for something new, for something better, for something that won't lead us to falling on these jagged rocks, that won't keep us apart from each other, that will not keep us from advancing as a society and as a people and as a, as a human race. So the Tower, I think what the Tower means right here, let's be real, is to abolish the police. Abolish the police. Abolish the prison system. Tear it the fuck down. Set it on fire. Burn it. Break it. Get rid of it. And from that wreckage, just like everything else, we will recycle that and we will create something that is better. Something that makes it clear that we have learned from our past mistakes and we have moved past them. That is what we can do right now, what we can work together on to help end systemic racism and to help all of the people that have been affected by it to heal and to move forward. That's it. Couldn't have planned that better myself. That worked out super well. I feel so bad for Danny. I do want to pull a card for you, Danny. If you're still here. Just to let Danny know. So, until Danny comes back and lets me know if she has a question that she would like me to answer, I just want to say thank you. I want to thank you so much to all of you who have donated to the fund, to all of you who have shown up here today to join me to have a little bit of fun while we are, helping to correct some of the mistakes of our past and to provide a space where Black women and girls can find healing, where they can heal themselves, where they can find their power, where they can connect with other people, with professionals that understand what they've been through and that can help them move through it. My hope is that even before I reach my $5,000 goal, this is what we'll see. We'll see the end of systemic racism. We will see the end of an epidemic of police violence against Black people. We will see the end of I'm starting to think of like specific, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and it's horrifying. Horrifying. So what I'm hoping is we will see an end to that. We will see an end to the toxic culture that permeates the police force, that has created this them versus the public environment that they all work in. We will see an end to that. And through the therapy fund, we will hopefully see healing. That's what I'm hoping for. That is what I am hoping for. So thank you all to everyone who has helped me raise money. Let's see where we're at now. So we have $1,307 raised through Facebook so far, and we have $375 raised through the Flip Cause page. Considering that this fundraiser has been going for less than 2 weeks, that is outstanding. Outstanding. I'm not saying this is exactly how their fund will work, but if you really think about therapy, here where I live, to see a therapist, not a psychiatrist that mainly works with drugs, but a therapist that you talk to, can cost about $100 an hour. An hour. An hour. I just gotta say that one more time. So this is obviously just out of the realm of what many people can afford. So with, 385 through Flip Calls, yay. With this money, with just what we have raised today, we can already provide, let's say, an hour of therapy to, 14 Black women and girls, or we can provide 14 therapy sessions to Black women and girls. That is months of therapy, of healing, of guidance, of help from people who understand them and understand what they've been through, from other Black women and girls who can share the healing and the empowerment that they have found. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So the fundraiser will be continuing until I reach my $5,000 goal. I chose 5,000 because that's how many hours of therapy that they are currently working to provide to Black women and girls throughout the U.S. So $5,000, I will be continuing the fundraiser until then. So even if you can't give now, that is okay. Light a candle, light some incense, and keep the Loveland Foundation in your prayers. And in the future, when you are able, the fundraiser will be there so that you can still contribute to this incredible cause. And there's Danny. Just got Danny's donation. Perfect. So what I'm probably going to do is send Danny an email. So yeah, thank you all to everyone who came today and who has donated. You can find out more about the Loveland Foundation and the Therapy Fund for Black Women and Girls through the links I've provided on Facebook. And if you check my website later, thefatfeministwitch.com, I will have a post up that explains more, that has a video from Rachel Cargill, the creator of the fund, who explains exactly what they do and why it's so important. And as well, we'll be announcing the winners of 3 copies of Green Witchcraft, 3 3-card tarot readings, and 1 full tarot reading. Ha! Oh, Danny. Okay, Danny, do you have a specific question? I will answer your question before I get going. Okay, Danny, hit me with it. Yeah, I'm excited. I love reading tarot cards. I really do. Okay. Ooh. How much will this affect my relationship in the future? Ooh, that's hard. Okay, let's see if we can get you a little bit of guidance here, Danny. Also, I just want to say, you're not alone. I've totally been there before. Totally been there and felt that way before. Everybody's so different. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So, Danny, what I have is the Wheel of Fortune. So, oftentimes when the Wheel of Fortune comes up, what it means is this particular facet of your future is not yet written. This could go any way. It could also mean that finding a direct answer to this question is not something that will be helpful for you. So what I recommend with the Wheel of Fortune is to wait. The Wheel of Fortune also tells you that something is in the works. This is already moving. You are already on the way towards finding out the question, the answer to this question. It's just not something that I can necessarily provide right now. How much will it affect your relationship in the future? What this tells me is that it will have an effect on your relationship. It does not tell me if it will be good or if it will be bad, but its effect on your relationship is already in the works. So it's affecting your relationship now. What I recommend is to, of course, talk to your partner about it. But also do some exploration. What you see here, you see these astrological symbols. Oftentimes, just astrology in general, whenever I see it, I think of learning more about yourself, exploring yourself, and who it is you are and what it is you're about. The answer to your question is in here. It's in you already. It's already in the works. Learning more about yourself really is the ticket to getting a more clear answer than what I can unfortunately provide through the tarot reading. But how much will it affect your relationship? It does affect your relationship. It is right now. So that is definitely something to find a solution to. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could be more helpful. Oh, friend. But what I will say is the Wheel of Fortune is rarely a bad card. Fortune, it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's rarely a bad card. What this means is that you are on your way to something, but it's rarely something that's truly, truly awful. If it was going to have an incredibly negative effect on your relationship, this is not the card that I would have chosen. So what I say is you have time to figure it out. You have time to find a solution and to talk to your partner and to figure out who you are, what you want, and if this relationship is it. Like I said, not usually something bad in the works when the Wheel of Fortune pops up, but it is just an unknown. I hate that. Tarot cards, when they're like, oh, I don't know, figure it out. That's why I'm asking you guys, come on. So, good luck with that, Danny. I very much hope that the Wheel of Fortune, brings you some good things in your relationship. So thank you again for everyone who has come today, for everyone who has donated to the fundraiser and done more research on the Loveland Foundation and the therapy fund for Black women and girls. I so appreciate you. And I so appreciate you helping me reach my goal. This very much matters to me. I was searching for something that I could do, a way that I could contribute. I've been too afraid to hit up a protest. You know, my social anxiety with the pandemic has not been totally in check. And I was looking for a way that I could help. And so far, with the help of all of you, I really feel like I can make a difference. And that means a lot to me. And it means a lot to me to be able to contribute to an organization that works with women and girls, both cis and trans specifically, since y'all are my people. That's what I do, right? So thank you so much for donating. Thank you so much for coming today. I do have new episodes of the podcast coming out the next 2 Thursdays in a row, so tune into that, and thank you for listening. I hope you all have a really, really fantastic weekend. I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope that you see big, big change in the places that you live in the coming weeks. The protest, the rebellions, the revolution, it has not stopped. It has not slowed down. It has not lost steam. It is still going. And you can still contribute in a million different ways. So good luck with all of that. And I can't wait to see where all of us, where this world that we are in the process of creating ends up. Bye, everybody.